Hello, hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you why most Singaporeans right now prefer the new launch over the resale, and I'm going to share with you the main five reasons. All right, before we move on, this will be the disclaimer here. I'm Brandon here from PropNex. All right, um, this is actually meant for educational and informational purposes only, so no obligation. So this is the disclaimer, and it's just basically pure based on my work. Okay, today I'm going to share with you what are the five reasons, basically the two push factors and the three pull factors. All right, the push factors will be we will touch on why the lack of three bedroom, four bedroom, and then the extension part, and then the progressive payment, the buy and rent strategy right now, and the layout and harmonization. So we're gonna go slightly in detail into all this. Okay, right now, for people who want to upgrade to a three bedroom or four bedroom condo, right, you normally will face this kind of issue, which I have always faced this kind of issue when helping my clients to find um three or four bedrooms in their research scope. All right, three and four bedroom, the reality on the ground, right, there's a supply gap. Meaning to say that three and four room bedroom types of unit, right? There isn't much of a listing, resale listing, especially in those in mature area or central kind of estate. All right. And basically, right, when there's such low supply and there's a lot of demand, right, you will normally see that COV does really exist. That means meaning to say that if the property, the bank valuation is worth about 2 mil, mostly the seller will ask for 2.1, 2.2. Next, we will find that the transaction itself is also very painful one. All right. So when owner, especially for owner occupied kind of sellers, you will need a lot of time and then you will still need to pay full price of it. So what do I mean by that? All right. Normally when you find seller, right, if you notice that those sellers that are currently staying inside the unit, they will normally need a 3 to 6 months extension upon the completion of sale. It's quite normal because they need the funds from the existing house to go to the next house. And then when they request for you for the 3 to 6 months extension, right? Normally they will wanting you to give it free for them. So it's actually free for the seller, but not free for the buyer. And then and then on top of that, right, you still need to pay premium price. That means you are already paying COV, that means above valuation. Let's say, for example, the valuation is 2 million, you're paying 2.1 million, and you still need to give them 3 to 6 months of free stay. So this is the second pain point. Then let's talk about the pull factor right now. All right, the pull factor number one here is that because new launch, right, is always in progressive payment scheme, meaning to say that, after 25% down payment here, the rest is all progressive payment up to TOP. That means you won't feel the full fledged of the TOP until a full fledged on the installment until TOP time. Okay, so maybe from here, from the foundation, maybe you start paying like maybe 500 to $800. All right. Then that is 100% covered to your covered by your CPF as well. So 800, then here 1,006, then after that, and so on and so forth until you reach here, the TOP stage. That is where maybe your installment will start to hit the almost full amount of it, almost full amount, like 50% of loan amount, which is like maybe for example, you hit the full CSC when the developers have already 100% hand over the development to you guys, then it will be the full installment. That means just like your typical resale, maybe like $7,000 or $6,000, depending on what is the price range of the development. All right. Another pull factor that I would like to share with you guys is that, all right, this will be the traditional way, path A, all right, which is quite stressful. That means, let's say you won't need to sell your existing unit first. Then after that, you will need to go and raise and time for the next unit and then taking a bridging loan in between to bridge everything nicely. It is slightly harder to do. All right. Then after you, next, as what I've shared in my first pain point, you had to compete with 3 and 4 bedroom stock, which is normally at COV price. And then, you still need to wait for 3 to 6 months on the seller timeline. So very little flexibility because you need to control two timelines. You need to control your own timeline. You also need to control the selling timeline. But the new way, right? which is path B, which is right now, the path that a lot of agents right now are presenting. It's actually the buy new launch and rent while waiting. All right, you can sell your home at the price that you want. All right, meaning to say that you can take advantage of it, and then after that, progressive payment scheme, all right, actually spreads out your cash commitments, right, over the build period, like what I previously just mentioned in my previous slide. So while waiting for it to TOP, right, you can actually try somewhere new, interestingly, just for a short while, like 2, 3 years, to try new environment. Like maybe you like to try the Katong area and stuff like that. But just do keep your rental low. All right. So you have the flexibility to stay. All right, upon TOP time, you have the flexibility to, dictate where you want to stay, like which location and stuff like that. And right now, the rent environment is actually very uh healthy for tenants. All right. And then upon TOP time, you have the flexibility, whether if it's not suitable for you, you can actually sell. Buyers who buy during launch time and sell during TOP time, they are always actually rewarded to about 300 to 500K kind of profit range if you choose the right price, entry point, and the right project. So not to all projects, I must say first. It's only to certain projects and what kind of units you buy and what kind of price point you enter as well. Okay, the last pull factor, which is reason number 5, which is the most important one, will be the layout, harmonization, and pricing quantum. What do I mean by that? All right, I'll share with you first on layout efficiency. Right now, all the layout is under harmonization. All right, so I'll just link these two together. All right, you will see that right now they have no longer wasted space. It's super efficient. That means no more bay window, no more planter box. Even your balcony is a sizable balcony. It's not those enlarged kind of balconies. All right. So an NGFA ruling, right? From the harmonization, meaning to say that you cannot build any more aircon ledges. That means aircon ledges will not be counted into your square feet. So meaning to say that before harmonization, 1,001 square feet right now will be about 900 plus square feet. And then the pricing quantum, which is the one. All right. Last last round, all right. A brand new one maybe cost about 2.2 mil. Right now, with harmonization, pre-harmonization, right now with the harmonization, right, you're able to get about 2.1 million for harmonization products. So that's the power of harmonization. It brings down the quantum play. Even though the PSF is higher, but the overall quantum is still palatable. All right. So these are the reason why you should choose new launch over resale. And if you want to know your reason before you find your unit, just let me know, because every segment, every location have a different points. So like my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my unit and to my YouTube video. And then this is my contact, and then I'll be happy to share with you more for a one-to-one consultation. All right, this is my this is my WhatsApp. All right, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.